Good morning, this is Kris Shoemaker, also known as Yehudah ben Shomeyr, and you're listening to Coffee with Kris, the time of the day where we share a cup of coffee and share a bit of the Word of God. All right, this is our fifth Sidra, our fifth Aliyah for the week for this Torah portion of Chukkat, which means regulations, and we are taking this from Numbers chapter 20, verse 22, all the way to chapter 21, verse 5. But today we just want to focus on chapter 20, verses 22 through 29. And basically what is happening here in this passage is that it's time for Aaron to die. It's time for him to go home to be with the Lord. So it says, they traveled from Kadesh, and the people of Israel and the whole community arrived at Mount Hor. At Mount Hor, by the border of the land of Edom, Adonai said to Moses and Aaron, Aaron is about to be gathered to his people, because he is not to enter the land that I have given to the people of Israel, insomuch as you rebelled against what I said at Meribah spring. Take Aaron and Eleazar his son, and bring them up to Mount Hor. Remove the garments from Aaron, the high priestly garments, and put them on Eleazar his son. Aaron will be gathered to his people, and he will die there. Moses did as Adonai had ordered. They went up to Mount Hor before the eyes of the whole community, and Moses removed the garments from Aaron and put them on Eleazar his son, and Aaron died on the top of the mountain. Then Moses and Eleazar came down the mountain. When the entire community saw that Aaron was dead, they mourned Aaron 30 days. Usually it's traditional to mourn, in Judaism, to mourn for Shiva for 7 days, intense mourning, but they intensely mourned him for 30 days because when you have parents, you always have one parent that seems to be more benevolent and generous and the one that seems to be the enforcer and more strict. Well, kind of good cop, bad cop. Well, Aaron was the good cop. He always stood in the gap, and he always kind of took the side of the people and was the mediator, and Moses was always the enforcer. So it's like people really loved Aaron in a sense more than Moses in some regards. So much so that tradition says that virtually every family had somebody in their family named Aaron. So, because they named someone after Aaron the high priest. So they mourned him for 30 days. So basically, what we want to get out of this passage is that everyone should have someone they are discipling, someone who will carry on when you are gone. Now, I have a friend whose mentor just passed away recently, and of course he didn't disseminate all the information to his protege. He died young before his time, but things weren't really set up for him to kind of take over the ministry, so to speak. And so that kind of puts things in a bad situation. Even though you may just be a regular layperson, you want somebody to carry on your legacy. You may not be called to preach or to teach or to be a minister. You may be called to help, but nonetheless, you should still have a disciple, have somebody that you train up. Not necessarily that they're going to carry on your work as far as carrying on good deeds in your name, but they will know how to live as a good believer, serving the Lord and serving their community by what you taught them, by your example. But if you are called to ministry, you need to think about the long haul. You don't want the Lord's calling upon your life to die with you. If it's a calling that's perpetuated like that of the high priest, you need somebody to pass the baton to, somebody that will take over after you die. This happens in rabbinic dynasties all the time, but there came a time in certain rabbinic dynasties, like with Rabbi Schneerson and Rabbi Nachman, that they had no successor, and so the dynasty died. So they have no leader head rabbi. They're still going by what their rabbis past of blessed memory had said. They really have nobody leading them on, so to speak. And so, especially if you are a minister or have a ministry, it's good to train up somebody, a right-hand man, a Joshua, an Aaron, an Eleazar, so to speak, somebody that you can trust, that you can pass the baton to take the ministry on when you pass away. Guys, thanks so much for listening. Go out there and have a great day. Shalom and God bless.